There's a new rumor out there right now that makes me super excited, but also extremely worried and nervous about the future. But this is something, at least for me, that's very huge. I'm sure a lot of you out there that are Mario RPG fans. So Nintendo has been so amazing to us lately, making Mario RPG stand out the way they used to. For one, they brought back and remade Mario RPG all the way from the SNES, and then gave us Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remade as well. So us Mario RPG fans are eating good, to say the least. But there's still one more series that we really don't know the future of and what holds with that series, and that's Mario and Luigi. Mario and Luigi has had a shaky downfall, and ever since then we've heard that Alpha Dream, the company behind the series, has went bankrupt. And we really don't know, what else happened with this series. We haven't seen a game since that bankruptcy had happened, and it was leading people to believe that Mario and Luigi was done. But apparently not, because there's a new rumor out there suggesting that we could be getting something Mario and Luigi related very, very soon. Now this comes from Nash Weedle, which is a Spanish insider who has a track record of getting some things correct and some things wrong, but they're sort of reliable in the most part. They're no PRO or anything like that. But Nash Weedle comes out and states this: Leak Express Mini. Mario and Luigi are coming back. Maybe not as we would all expect, but there is a title in development that includes the name of the two plumbers. It seems that it would be advanced and could be announced in this fiscal year. Now, I'm a little bit confused by that line. I don't know if they're saying Superstar Saga from the Game Boy Advance is coming back again, or if it's something else that they're trying to allude to, so I'm a little, shaky on that, not for sure. But then goes on to say this: my expectations are not very high, since it could be a minor title or a compilation. The possibility of a Mario and Luigi party was rumored a long time ago, but nothing more was shown. I would like a new title in the saga, but I wouldn't mind a compilation either. What would you like? This is so confusing. It seems like we don't know if this is going to be a remake of an older game once again. Is this going to be a new title in the saga finally after a long wait? Or is this going to be some type of Mario and Luigi spinoff, or some entirely different game with just the Mario and Luigi name? This is weird. They claim that they have very little information on this, and that's all they know. Something Mario and Luigi. I don't even remember there being a Mario and Luigi party rumor. That's just weird. Like, what is that even going to be? Is it a Mario party with all the Mario and Luigi characters and, NPCs from the games? Is it something else that just has Mario and Luigi in the name? Yeah, I definitely don't think it's going to be some Mario and Luigi party. That just sounds too weird and random. If it's Mario and Luigi in the name, it kind of tells me that it has to be something related to the RPG series. I'm telling you right now, if this is another remake, this is a horrible idea in my opinion, as I would still love to play a Superstar Saga on home console, or Bowser's Inside Story, or our proper Partners in Time remake that we never got. Any of them really, even Dream Team, I would love to play them again on a home console in completely new graphics. But still, I feel like it would just be bad for the franchise overall. I mean, this is partially the reason for the downfall and bankruptcy of Alpha Dream. It's just because how bad the remake sold. And let me just kind of give you a, screen view of exactly what the sales were looking like. Superstar Saga at 2 million, Partners in Time a little lower at 1 million, Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story jumped up as the highest at 4.5 million, Dream Team at 2.70 million, which is still really good, but then we started to see a huge decline. Paper Jam only with 1 million, and I blame the Sticker Star Paper Mario inclusion there, because that game is not anywhere near one of my favorites as well. But then you also have Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions, which was a remake of Superstar Saga from the Game Boy Advance slapped onto the 3DS, and it only sold 500,000. Yeah, 500,000, which is pretty daggone low. And then the year afterwards, Nintendo decides to do another one with Bowser's Inside Story, which is a DS game being remade for the 3DS, which is like the first time ever this happened. And the sales, I mean, you can look at that. It just wasn't a good idea to try to remake these games for another handheld console, especially when both of these remakes came out in 2017 and in 2018 respectively. Why didn't they come out on the Switch? a home console where they had a real chance. It actually makes me really upset just thinking about it. The fact that they came out on the DS when the Switch was a thing, right at the tail end of a dying console. Why would Alpha Dream and Nintendo decide to do this? Obviously, this is probably Nintendo's plans that they made Alpha Dream do this, but I'm like, this should have just been on the Switch. We could have been seeing, you know, Mario and Luigi still having a massive success right now. I feel like that's what ultimately caused the downfall. So them remaking another one would probably do a lot better since we're now on the Switch, but still, it'd be once again putting something like this out at the end of a dying console because the Switch is coming to an end. We're about to move on to a new console. So I'm afraid it might be the same process over and over again, and just the fact that we've already had Superstar Saga remade, and now it's going to get remade again from the Game Boy Advance to the 3DS to the Switch. Just make a new Mario and Luigi game from the ground up. I think that's the best solution to all of this, but I'm afraid that might not be the case. I can definitely see Nintendo saying, oh, here's Superstar Saga once again, and it just doesn't sound like the smartest move to me. I will also say that this rumor has some credibility based on what Nintendo's been doing recently. Nintendo put out a survey talking about all the Mario RPGs, asking questions specifically about Mario RPG, about all the different Paper Mario games in the series and the characters and what we like about them and what makes us enjoy them. As you can tell, Nintendo truly cares now because they actually gave us Mario RPG. They gave us Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, a fan favorite. So, you know, what about Mario and Luigi? Well, there were actually Mario and Luigi questions as part of that survey, and a lot of people pointed them out and talked about how they asked pretty specific questions about the Mario and Luigi games. So maybe Nintendo is in fact gearing up to do the last Mario RPG that they have to cover, and that's Mario and Luigi. So I don't really know where they're going to go with this. I don't think it's going to be a spin-off, so it's either got to be a remake or a new game is what makes the most sense to me. Now, thinking about the time frame, it does make a lot of sense based on where we're at, considering the fact that Nintendo's probably only got some smaller titles left. So even if this is a brand new Mario and Luigi game, it's still on the smaller side because it still hasn't reached that level of monumentum, because obviously it's never been on the home console, so it's never been like a really big deal for a lot of people, where maybe it can finally be that. So I don't know, I could definitely see this being something announced in this upcoming Nintendo Direct. I think it's small enough to be still a huge reveal, at least for us Mario and Luigi fans. So I don't even know. I'm like, personally, I would just be giddy and excited that Mario and Luigi is back no matter in what capacity, but I'm still really praying and hoping that it is a new title for the sake of the future of the series. But based on what they've been doing is going back to older games like Mario RPG and Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, so maybe they do go back to Superstar Saga. It's impossible to say. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments down below what you are thinking Nintendo's going to do with this. Is Mario and Luigi coming back in any capacity? And if so, what would you like them to do for the future of the series? Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.